Hey guys, welcome to the final island. Really easy, thankfully, considering for island 4. So island 5 is going to be pretty easy. Go ahead and start with your hero, set her on strong, put out attack and make it a 2-0-4. You're going to put out another one and make it a 2-0-3. Immediately put an ice monkey in the middle and make it a 4-2-0. The ice monkey is going to help with the balloon cleanup aspect, and then we're going to kind of continue on with this tack strategy. You'll want to upgrade your glue to a 0-2-2, and that's to help slow down the balloons. This ball spits out balloons and mobs. So we're going to pair these tacks with an alchemist and make it a 3-2-0 and then continue with the tacks. You're going to see me put out 2 more alchemists, and we are going to do the bottom path. When you do the bottom path and you upgrade it to the 4th tier, what will happen is you'll start generating income. So I'm not going to go through each one of these towers, but those alchemists are going to be important. It's going to help give you additional income. So put out 2 of them on each one of the maps. Continue on. What you want to do is be able to create your ice monkey as quickly as possible. It's going to do great damage for the boss, and then it's also going to help with the balloon cleanup aspect. Once you get that T5 ice monkey, your next goal is to upgrade as quickly as possible to a T5 tack. It is going to be really tedious, a lot of micro at the beginning portion of it. Once we get through this, we'll end up creating a tack paragon, and then it will be a lot less tedious. But right now we have to kind of continue on our strategy and slowly start building up our T5s. The middle path glue gunner is going to be a good option as well, because it's going to slow down the mobs and all the balloons and help with that cleanup aspect as well. So what we want to focus on is continuing on with the tacks. When the T5 tack starts going away from the ball, so you can sell it and then upgrade one of the tacks in the front. So then that way that T5 is constantly within range of the boss. And we want to slowly start upgrading each one of our snipers. So as you saw, I have the top path sniper set on strong, and then I have the elite defender as well. So you're going to do a top path and the bottom path. Once you get all of those upgraded, by time round 70 hits, there's going to be the DDTs that are going to come out, or those black mobs. Keep in mind that right now we need to make sure that we have the camo detection to account for those. So before round 70, you're going to see me kind of sell a lot of those tacks and upgrade that back ice monkey to a 2-5-0. When you upgrade it, it's going to slow down those DDTs and prevent the boss from pushing forward. Your other ice monkey might help with the balloon cleanup aspect, but having that ice monkey in the back is really going to help. Once you have that ice monkey upgraded all the way, continue on with the tack strategy. So if the T5 tack isn't within range of the boss, you can sell it and then continue upgrading. You can pair an alchemist next to your snipers as well as a 4-2-0. When those alchemist is within range of a tower and the brew goes on them, it boosts those and then allows extra pierce and extra damage as well. We're going to slowly start preparing for the tack paragon. So as you see, I kind of started the top path, but I upgraded it to a 4-2-0. The bottom path is really effective with this boss on the damage. So make sure you have enough to where you can continue spamming those. And then slowly, as you start getting more and more income, then you can upgrade to your other tacks. So you're going to see me upgrade that top path, but I want to make sure that I have plenty of the bottom paths that are always within range of the boss, because that's going to be our main defense as well. And even though this is spitting out a bunch of balloons and mobs, it's really not a difficult boss. It's just really tedious, a lot of micro at the beginning just to kind of get that tack paragon. So once we have the top path upgraded right now for our attack, and then we're going to continue spamming our bottom path. So even if the T5 passes on that bottom path, just sell and create it so it can continue on. That top path that we created, you can just leave it and then upgrade the middle path when you can. So you slowly start upgrading and making sure that you still have plenty of the bottom tacks out, because that's going to be our main defense. Pairing them with alchemist are going to be huge as well too. So you'll see me kind of sell the alchemist and then turn around and put more alchemist out wherever all of the tacks are to buff all of them as that boss is within range of them. With the Alchemist buffs, you should be okay with just leaving the tacks there and not having to turn around and sell as it starts going up around that top loop there. I get a little lazy and I don't continue with the tacks. I just kind of continue generating income. So what I'll do is I'll fill up this section of where I'm filling up now, and then I am not going to place additional tacks all along the outside and up top just because I hate the micro personally. And we'll have plenty of time. This is going to get you well over 100, and you'll still have the tack paragon and be able to create several other towers. So what I would do is, if you're not going to continue up the top path like I am, just make sure you have your Alchemist to continue buffing as many of the tacks as possible to extend their range out. And what we want to do is we pretty much have all of our towers out that we're going to need, and we can start calculating what we need in order to sell to create our tack paragon. Keep in mind the tack paragon is the only paragon that cannot detect camo. So I would suggest, since we're already on round 90, we want to be mindful and make sure that we leave out some form of camo detection to help with the balloon cleanup. So you're going to see me leave one of my ice monkeys out. Now that we're on round 90, what I would do is our elite defender and our top path sniper that we have, since those pink mobs are coming out, I would put them from strong to first. That way it helps clean up all of the balloons, and then you can rotate back to strong if you want after all of the pink mobs pop, and then all of the DDTs as well too. So that's why I switched it from strong to first. So just keep an eye. If it feels like you need to, go ahead and switch those, and then what we're doing is just saving up. If you have pretty much where around what I have right now, you need about 100,000. Once you get around like 90 to 100,000, you can sell and then create that tack paragon. I'm going to upgrade the one that is the top path, and that's going to be the one that is going to be my tack paragon. I'm going to leave my ice monkey out, so then that way it can detect camo. If you do turn around and sell, then just make sure the very first tower that you put out is going to be a ice monkey or something that can detect camo to clean up any of the camo balloons. I'm done with the tack strategy. I'm basically saving up right now in order to create our tack paragon. Remember, the more pops and the more towers that you have out, then the higher degree paragon it is. I'm not going to contribute any extra money, but you're going to see when I turn around and create my tack paragon, it's going to end up as a degree 32 because we left all of those tacks out in the upper left-hand corner, and they're getting a lot of pops. So remember, that is going to get you a higher degree paragon. If you want to contribute extra money, you can, but I would keep basically the money that you do have. That way we can rebuild and be able to clean up on that camo aspect. So once you have around 90,000, you can turn around and sell. Leave your ice monkey in the middle or your bottom path ice monkey. It doesn't matter. Leave one of them, and then that way it's going to help with the balloon cleanup aspect, and then turn around and create your paragon. I don't contribute any extra money. I just create the bare minimum, but it will be a higher degree because we have additional towers out that are getting additional pops. After you get that tack paragon, it's going to be pretty easy going forward. No more micro. It's going to be just placing high tier towers. That's going to be effective for the balloon cleanup and also helping damage the boss. I highly suggest starting out with a 205 ice monkey to help with the camo detection, because right now the only camo detection we have out is our top path ice monkey because that tack paragon can't detect camo. The other piece that I would put out is going to be the glue gunner. If you do the middle path and make it a 052, that's going to help as that ability refreshes. It's going to throw out glue on the entire track, and then it's going to slow down all of the balloons and mobs as well too. I would rebuild your T5 snipers, the top path and the bottom path. At this point, since the boss is already coming towards the end of the map, I would leave it on first. That way, anything that comes past the boss, it's going to go ahead and hit, because we also want to keep in mind anything that's past the boss is even more towards the back end of the track. So I would not put it on strong because we also have that tack paragon out there. So with this and a lot of damage, a lot of the rounds are going to come off quickly. So after you get this top path, I would throw out your elite defender as well, basically kind of rebuilding that. The other piece that I think is beneficial with this one, especially late round, or even if you can upgrade your tack paragon quicker, is going to be doing the beast handler, the top path. If you're not familiar with the beast handler, you have to put out multiple of them and merge them together. I'm going to put out a float and put it towards the back end of the map. If you use the top path, you have to upgrade each one to a tier 4. When it hits the merge, you have to merge them all into one, and it becomes stronger. When you merge all 4 of them, you loop back to the original one, the first one that you're merging all of them together with, and you're going to be able to create it as a T5. The cool thing with the top path on the Beast Handler is it can pull in the pink mobs, and it's going to really help with the late game as well, and it's going to do effective damage to the boss also. So I'm going to do the top path, go ahead and upgrade all the way to a T5. What I do is I sell my 2 snipers to create that top path all the way, because the top path for the T5 is 48,000, so it's a little pricey, but then you can turn around and rebuild. But other than that, that is it, guys. Very easy strategy for Island 5. I hope you guys all have an amazing weekend. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. If you want to support me in-game, my in-game creator code is mthegoddess, just like my YouTube channel. I really appreciate all of your guys' support, and we'll see you next event. Bye, guys.